Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Friday, November 28th, 2025, and I'm here to do another general collective reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Hopefully you're going to have a beautiful day. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. Shall we? Mercury retrograde ends tomorrow, just so you know if you're not aware of it. But we're still going to be going through another 2 weeks in the shadow period. So, but things should be, if anything, and the last couple of weeks, if things have gone wrong for you, it's going to start straightening up. Okay, and also Saturn is going direct as well, so things are going to start picking up here. Where are we going with this read, please? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. Thank you, sovereign. Freedom. Overarching energy, freedom. Now let's see which kind of freedom that is. Sovereign, you're your own person. Ancestry, wow, you could be royalty, spiritual royalty, or real royalty, descended from royalty. Ancestry, your ancestors are behind you. That's the underlying energy. Somebody's doing some sort of you or somebody else is looking into your ancestry. Really? I don't, yeah. Let's leave it there. I don't know why. It's none of their business. What I just heard is somebody is wanting to know who's protecting you. They're looking at your ancestry. They're looking at your background. It's none of their fucking business. Sovereign, where are we going with this, please? What's the message for the collective, please? Law. Lawyer, judge, police. I heard financially free. So whatever's happening here is, yeah, it's good. Somebody's trying to pollute something. There's an infection maybe. If you're sick or somebody else is sick, please take care of yourself. Somebody's a parasite. They were poisoning the minds of others, or they try to poison you or others. Okay, this has happened in a past life. In a past life, somebody could have tried to poison you physically. Maybe they succeeded, maybe they didn't, I don't know. But in this life, I'm picking up, they try to poison the minds of others against you. They could have tried to poison you as well, who knows? But a parasite, this is somebody that likes to glom onto people or things in order to suck them dry and take everything for themselves. Mirror, reflection, reference, distinguish, and appearance. Somebody wants to look like you, or they're trying to affect your appearance. Doing glamour spells, mirror magic. Somehow, some way they want to look like you. This could have been, yeah, there's a message here. Communication records, call records, and instant messaging. They want to make you look somehow, some way. Maybe they're trying to, under false phone numbers or profiles, trying to make you sound or trying to compromise you in some way. Or they're trying to hide their appearance and they want to communicate with you. There's some sort of call records. There's somebody's feeling bad. They did something they shouldn't have done here. The unspoken apology, eternal regret. Something to do with the key people, core of the problem, and pass. I heard pass the buck. Somebody's trying to pass the buck. It's not going to happen. Something to do with the key. You are the key to this. You are at the center, focal point of this. Or the key people are being identified, I just heard. Ooh. Key people are being identified for what, though? Noisy sound, information overload, social media, and out of control. So if it has anything to do with the last read, it may not. Somebody was slandering you from the last read. Defamation of character. You're getting, somebody's going to give you a list of names, the key people involved, and or you already have that list. This is information overload. Something on social media here. Someone's out of control. Who holds the key in tarot? Well, it's the Hierophant as well as the High Priestess. So you could be one or the other. This is unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth and baggage. Somebody's for the streets, or there's a lot of rumors going around, circulating in the streets. Somebody's going to be tossed out in the street. Oh, that's why they want to reconcile with you. Somebody's getting their ass tossed out into the streets. Yeah, you can stay there, you know. Don't bother. Don't bother coming back over here. You know, if somebody treats you like that, you fuck off. You don't need them, right? Why would you want them back in your life? If they were ever in your life. Maybe it could be somebody you barely know. I don't know. So we have sovereign and law. Woo! For some of you, you might be facing some sort of legalities. You're representing yourself. You're quite capable and equipped to do so. The truth shall set you free. Something to do with travel. And somebody ain't shit. Forcer. Forces things on you. Forces their way in. Uses force to get what they want. Or forces a narrative. And that's what I'm picking up here. If it has anything to do with the last read, they were slandering you for a reason. So they can hold on to some money a little longer and or take it from you out and out, and or buy some time to allow some sort of sniper to take you out, whether it's physical or spiritual. Yeah, somebody's threatening here. Intimidating, threatened, and bothered. Somebody was clout hungry. So somebody maybe traveled. Somebody in a law firm could have traveled with your money, took it out of the country, placed in offshore accounts, or traveled to go see some sort of spiritual workers, some practitioners. Or maybe they went and traveled on your dime. You know what I'm saying? Clout hungry. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up and dramatic. There's photo proof of what's been going on here, getting evidence. Someone was ignoring this. Or you're ignoring them. They could be in your comment section if you're online, harassing you. Don't give them what they want, okay? They want you to fight. They want your energy. They want you to seem some. And in the last read, they were poking the bear, okay? Reactive abuse. They want you to lose your shit. So your actions meet their lies, in other words. Okay? So don't overreact. Don't fall for it. They want that, okay? They're really trying to when you see it from a higher perspective and you see exactly what they're doing, whether it's online or in person, they're really trying to get your goat. And you know why? Because they're desperate right now. Just hang on. Just hang on. Don't give them what they want, okay? It's coming to an end. You could be traveling or somebody else could be traveling, or word is getting around what they've been doing here. Somebody in a law office might be coming towards you, traveling towards you from a different city. Could even be a country. They're going right to the source. They want to talk to you, look right in your eyes and get your answers, get your side of the story. Finally, it's about fucking time. They know where you live. They know your phone number, but they've been compromising your phone. By the way, they've been hacking and or blocking communication one way or another. If you haven't gotten a lot of phone calls lately or texts and or emails, that's why. So we have sovereign, law, and travel. Handsome. You could be handsome or somebody else is handsome. Could be beautiful as well. Bottom of the deck. Damned, condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell. Confession. Boundaries. You could be a boss. Somebody else is a boss. Mob boss, I just heard. You bossed up. Love bomber. Psh. They went too far. Broken. Parent, step-parent. You could be a parent or a step-parent, or you're dealing with one or somebody else's. Player. Yeah, they were playing magic here. Player came out in the last read too. Leveling up. They wanted to level up off of you. Witches and warlocks. There we go. And they're in debt to the witches and warlocks, and or they're in debt financially, in debt to the devil. They're trying to put you into debt. Yeah, it's something to do with income and secrets. Someone was obsessed with you. Something to do with money transfers, under threat and force, love. Some of you love, they're using love against you. Ulterior motives. This isn't love. This is an agenda. Confirmation bias. Reputation. Hidden motives. So they were trying to ruin your reputation because of hidden motives. Something was behind it, right? And they caused a lot of damage. I think they're in damage control here. They were committed to damaging you. Someone's examined the situation. You could be the spiritual bait, or they're trying to bait you to act out of character. They're harassing you, or they were. This is organized crime. Somebody's going to get humbled here. They wanted to humble you. It's life insurance. That came out in the last read too. Someone exaggerated something. You're very polite. These are all lies. It's bullshit. Okay? They're false people, false papers, false documents, hacking into your accounts, into your phone, double standards, need an audience all the time, something to do with your internet, and corn. They're trolling you and hating you, and they want fame or celebrity, or you are famous or a celebrity, or you will be after everything's been said and done, victory and success. And they're annoyed and frustrated. Good. So they should stay annoyed and frustrated. Public humiliation. An investigation. There you go. So it's along the same lines as the last read, but we're getting more detail. I find lately, it's always like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Take it for whatever it is. Okay, what deck do you want me to use? Yeah. I'll use this one. So we have sovereign, law. This could be somebody that works for themselves. This could be their own law firm. Traveling to come and see you. It could be very handsome, or you're very handsome. Take it for whatever that is. Your ancestors are all over these people. They're trying to find out who your ancestors are. They're going to find out awful quick. They stole money. Now they're scared. Or they owe money. Now they're scared. They lost control of the situation. They're being humbled. This is not their blessings. Tried to steal them. Maybe they lost their spiritual gifts if they had them. In the last read, that came up too. You play around with magic, that's what happens. Thank you, Spirit. Now place the genders where it belongs, okay? It's only energy. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. A nurturer, a healer. You're working on your pentacles. You're working on your health. You're maintaining. It's beautiful. Male or female, doesn't matter. Or this is somebody else you're dealing with. Pardon me. Overarching energy. Willing to do whatever it takes to win. Win at any cost. 5 of Swords. And everybody else that's working with them, it's a defeat, right? At the end of the day, because this was ill-gotten gains, it was dishonest, it was low level here. Somebody was willing to do whatever it took or say whatever it took to win, but everybody working with them are taking on losses because it was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Not to mention abuse, right? Very dishonorable. At the end of the day, whatever they gained, they've lost. They're never going to be able to take. Yeah, they were in their ego. They were showing off. They were bragging. They were willing to do whatever it takes to win. That's winning. Be recognized. They even, oh boy, they said something publicly about you. Obviously, they slandered you. Defamation of character. And or they said something really. They said these lies they testified against you on public record. And if it's public, if it's any kind of documentation, that's also perjury, right? If it has to do with the courts or the government or taxes or anything like that, or banking systems. Somebody was bragging. They wanted the attention. Yeah, they were showing off. This is something that's a karmic. There's a lot of disharmony here. They were doing stuff behind your back. It was a false contract. Or no, this is the 2, right? 2 of Cups, yeah. There's a lot of disharmony, lack of trust. They don't see eye to eye. This could be you having victory, success, reward, recognition. You could be out in the public eye. I think they want to be out in the public eye. They want to be famous, whoever this is. but people don't trust them. They lie. There's a lot of lies, illusions, deception, and manipulation. They're involved with corruption. They're on their own. People don't trust this person. Or if they're dealing with corruption, even the people that are corrupt don't trust this person. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. King of Pentacles in reverse, male or female. They're greedy, they're materialistic, they're selfish, they're lazy, they're jealous, a bully, a spendthrift. They love money and what money can bring them, right? They think that their validation, their value for this person or these people, their value lies in how much money you have and what you own, which is sad. It's sickening, actually. It's a bully. They have an image to uphold. All that glitters isn't gold. There's all illusions here, running out of viable options. They can't cover this up any longer. You're not delusional. Maybe they said you're delusional. You can't think for yourself. You can't handle your affairs. Look at them. Maybe they're throwing magic your way to make you seem confused. This is a gold digger to cloud chaser. This is divine timing as well. This is change, reversal of fortune, a change of direction. Maybe they wanted to steal your destiny or your abundance or something. You're very fortunate. Yeah, there's a backfire. Bad news, no communication. Somebody's trying to stop your forward motion. But it's time. It's now time. Yeah, it's bad news. There's no communication. They're trying to stop you from speaking the truth, male or female, or this is somebody else with authority. It could be a speaker of any kind. You're very astute, discerning, intelligent, wise, and intuitive, and you're not going to mince your words. You put up some boundaries. You spoke your truth. Somebody's going to jail. They're stuck. They're feeling trapped. They're stuck in their head, or they're trying to restrict you because you are speaking the truth. Somebody's going to jail. They're stuck. Trying to restrict you. This is self-imposed. They were trying to attach something to you or bind you somehow, some way. I don't want to say that. This is somebody that says they have authority. It could be an officer of the court, or it could be an officer, an authority figure. It could be a CEO. It could be a speaker. It could be anybody. It could be you or someone else, male or female. But what I heard, somebody could have gotten arrested. This could be a judge. And they want bail, and they're not going to get it. This is bad news for them. This is backfiring on somebody. If they wanted to hang some sort of false narrative on you and have you arrested, it's not going to happen. Someone's losing their head. Someone's going to get their head bit off by somebody in a position of power, you or someone else. Somebody's stuck in their mind here. They're playing, you're innocent. This could be an adult child as well. Oh, I'm not picking that up. This is new beginnings. They want to apologize for holding back from you, from keeping something from you that's yours. They want protection. They want you to protect them. They want to apologize because you're stable and secure. You're innocent. They were just holding back from you because they were greedy and selfish. They wanted power over you. Yeah, over this money. Large amount of money. Holding back from a family. Holding back that they had another family. It could be a partner. It could be anybody. This is family, long-term stability. Yeah, this is a tower. You're going to find out that this was yours all along and somebody was holding on to it. They got a lot of burdens on their back. They put burdens on yours. Maybe you lived years hand to mouth and these people are living high off the hog. You couldn't care too. And they were trying to destroy you so they wouldn't get caught. Lovely. That's why they're damned. You did nothing. These people ain't shit. The world's going to find out just how much they ain't shit. Now they're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another here. They can't handle it. They can't handle the fucking heat. Stay out of the kitchen then, right? Don't start nothing. There won't be nothing. These are people that can't handle the conflict. They don't want to be challenged or asked about it. This get a little too heavy for some people here. You took the high road and you walked away. They were gaslighting you, playing mind games, poking the bear, reactive abuse, and power plays. They thought they had it nipped. Like that. They had it on lock, I just heard. Yeah, these are opportunists here. Now they're fighting over this money. They wanted you fighting over this money. This is your blessing. The divine gave it to you. This is a new beginning. This was a golden opportunity for you. But instead, they looked at it like, yeah, you're getting paid. You could be a high priest or priestess. They were keeping things secret from you. It's been a long time coming. Knight of Pentacles beneath that. They tested you, right? You passed. These people can't pass. Out of the 4 knights in the deck, the only knight you want to deal with is the Knight of Pentacles. He's the only one that makes it to the end, okay? Not saying anything bad about the other knights, I mean, but the only one that does, they do what they say, yeah. You put your past hurts behind you. You're not speaking to them. They secretly said you were mentally and emotionally unstable, and they got paid to do this. They're paying, I don't know, maybe they're stealing money from you could be a high priest or priestess, okay? You could be a spiritualist or reader, a healer of some sort. They're stealing money from you. Making money off of your work, maybe. They want to offer you some money for silence. Put some past hurts behind. You foresaw this. You saw this. Somebody from a distance here. That's what they're planning to do. They can't get out of this now. Yeah, this is the power of attorney. They took your voice and they took your voice away. Okay, and they disempowered you. They tried to devalue you. They wanted control over you. For years, maybe they had control over you. You had no idea over this money, this property. Yeah, this can't be ignored any longer. These are people who are very greedy and selfish and jealous, codependent and clingy, very toxic. They're going to be arrested. It's illumination, letting go and letting God. This was a big waste of time. You overcame whatever this is. They're stuck. They don't know what to do. So they're maybe talking amongst themselves. Should we offer them money and an NDA? I'm really picking up. They already contacted you and offered, I don't know how much, but they offered you a little portion, saying that's all that was left. No. You know they're lying, right? They're stuck here. They misappropriated these funds. They spent it, okay? It was a bad investment. You get what you give. They can't go any further. They're stuck. They don't have the proof or the paperwork or something to allow them to get away with this. They overestimated themselves and underestimated you. They spent all the money. Family. They can't prove their family. Maybe they said they're your family members. They're not. They're complete strangers handling your money. This is a group or a collective or a family. They can't move on. They can't escape. Somebody's in hot water. They're really in trouble. They sold a home or took some property, or they're going to lose their property or their home or their stability, or they kept you unstable for so long. And it was a crime. Yeah. A lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. It could be magic as well. Lots of corruption. They don't have all the resources that they need. They're scattered. They're unfocused. They're all over the place. They have no power. This is a warlock, crooked judge, or leader giving out false and misleading information, bad counsel. Divorce or separation could be a false marriage that you're going to find out you're part of. False contracts. Corruption. It's abuse of power, abuse of authority. They had somebody in their pocket, right? It's a warlock. It's a crime, whatever this is. It could be a family that's behind it. Just take what applies. It's very general. That's why it's collective general readings, right? Yeah, this is heartless and cruel. They show no compassion. They were just draining the coffers, draining you, stealing energy, showing you no love, making you feel like you're the idiot, you're the asshole in the family, you're the pariah when it was them. Didn't want you having love or happiness or new beginnings. Well, it's not up to them, right? You're going to be taking, this is new beginnings for you. You're going to be taking action here, new beginnings. Passionate new beginnings, passionate opportunities, growth and expansion. You'll be taking some action. You have authority, by the way. This is authority. Yeah. Somebody was living a life of luxury off your back. They're fighting this out. Or you're going to be finding it out. There's an investigation. This is a financial crime. Somebody's unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish. They really wanted you to appear unstable. Somebody's really insecure right now. They wanted you alone and in isolation while they pillaged. Yeah, they made allegations and accusations that were unfounded. They attacked you. They didn't stand up or protect you or defend you, your honor or your interests. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. This is poor judgment. Made some poor judgment calls. Judgment's going against them. This is no second chances. This is karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They have no defense and they have no protection. They gave out false, misleading information about you. They traumatized you or tried to. You're not going back to the past. They misjudged you. They thought that you'd come running back to some family members or your ex or something like that. Or they made a poor judgment and they lost their kids, or somebody's going to lose their kids or family. Family ain't shit. Ooh, somebody's sick. They're not happy. There's no truth or clarity here. They didn't give you your flowers. There's lack of trust. Ending a third-party situation, a collaboration, or a false contract, or in breach of contract, they can no longer build off of you or gain off of you, your energy, off of your mastery, your work. They're going to have to let go or get let go. They're going to have to give up. And they're angry and they're scared. They're not happy because nobody's helping them any longer. They all got let go. Or somebody's letting them go. Yeah, they're in debt. They can't play games anymore. They're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. They really wanted you to look unstable. They wanted you in debt. But you're at peace here. They're praying, they're contemplating, they're strategizing how to put something to rest here with you. They've been sitting on the truth for a very long time. Or maybe okay, I get it. So now you've known the truth for a very long time. You already went through the heartbreak. You're okay now. The heartbreak's theirs. Yeah, you took a leap of faith. You're innocent. People see you're innocent. They feel like a fool. They lost control. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They can't control you. They try to disempower you. They're feeling disempowered now. They're feeling pretty fucking weak and scared. Out of control. This was a crime and they abused you and others. They endangered others. This is really reckless. Others who might be scared in the group or in the family that knew what was going on, but they never stopped it. Now they're in their feelings here. This is malicious, ruthless, and cruel. They don't want to take accountability. They could have had a car accident, drinking and driving, male or female. It's not going to go anywhere. They can't overcome this. They've been stopped. Somebody's a danger to others, that's for sure. Yep, seeing clearly what's happening. Somebody's made a decision they're not afraid to. There's no more stalemate. You're not in denial. You're not mentally conflicted. They see quite clearly here that you've worked on yourself. You put a lot of effort in. Somebody's going to get let go of work, or they wanted you to let go of your work so they could win. Lying, cheating, and/or stealing. You mastered your emotions and yourself and whatever you do for work. You're very diligent. You put the work in and you put a lot of effort in. And you're very successful. They don't want you to come off as successful. Somebody was working with a King of Wands or somebody's coming in. You could be a leader there or somebody else's. This is somebody with authority coming in. Somebody that takes a noble approach. They have morals, ethics, and honor, and they protect and defend the underdog. They're not afraid. They're creative as well, and they're attracting and attractive. This is somebody did something, or they did something too quickly. This is a leader, somebody in a leadership position. It was their job to make sure everything was given. If it's money that needed to be dispersed, they didn't do it. They just took it for themselves. I kind of felt funny when I first saw the King of Wands, because usually he or she's in the upright in a good position. But I saw the fire around this person. More, yes, a fire sign, but you know what I'm saying. The lion doesn't look too happy. The lion's chained up to this Chariot. This is player energy. Somebody was play acting here. They did something too quickly. They were play acting as somebody with authority. They were taking the authority, saying they had the authority to do something. They did not. Somebody else is stepping in here. This was a betrayal. This is the end of a very trying time. Congratulations. The worst is over. Somebody was lying, cheating, and or stealing. Talking mad shit about you. But at the end of the day, you've healed your heart. You got away from this person or these people. It's a blessing in disguise for you because you're coming into your wish fulfillment now. It is what it is. You got to be careful who they fucking fuck with, right? You don't know who's protecting whom in the spirit, in the world of spirit. There you go. Someone's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They were quite satisfied talking shit about you and abusing you and keeping you small because they were greedy and selfish, materialistic, right? And they were jealous of you. So you could have been living hand to mouth. You're getting your justice now. I'm going to leave it there because that's all we need to know. You're getting your justice one way or the other. This is something that's really materialistic and greedy and selfish and jealous. They have no value in their worth. They look down their nose at you as if you're shit beneath their shoe. But it was them all along. They ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They could never be you. They're jealous of you. You're free. You're going to be free. You're going to be very sovereign here. Your ancestors are working on this. They're protecting you as well. Congratulations. Don't forget to thank them. They're always watching over us. I can tell they're very, very proud of you. I just heard that. So laws involved, or they will be. Lawyer, judge, and police. Pollution. So this is a polluted fucking institution. Whomever was... There's going to be some crooked fucking professionals that are going to lose their job and go to jail as well. They ain't shit. Something to do with travel. You might have to travel, or somebody is traveling towards you to settle this with you. Somebody's handsome or you're handsome. These people are damned, condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell. No way out. They can stay where they are. I just heard, fuck if I know. I don't know what that means. Take it for whatever that is. No, I won't use that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some cards out here. I should have had them prepared or ready. But let's just get some cards out and see what else we can get from this storyline. Where are we going with this? I'm so very grateful. Justice. It's always there. It's always lurking. There we go. I can't make this up. 8. Gemini. Wheel of Karma. They're trying to hijack your Wheel of Karma. You're very fortunate, by the way. This is change. This is divine timing. You are on the top of that wheel. You're right where we're always where we need to be. Wheel of Karma, karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstance, consequence, divine will, and blind justice. They're getting karma. Okay. If you have a yes or no question, 989 might have something to do with this. Unlikely. At this time, the situation or outcome is unlikely to occur. Is that where it belongs? 99, 899. So you're ending a very karmic cycle now. You're starting a new timeline, a new destined timeline. Aquarius, water carrier, humanitarian, generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, communication, compassion. You might be in communications. Unselfish, alleviate suffering, benefactor, care for others, humane, helpful, and ethical. Sounds like a divine feminine energy, male or female. You might be a benefactor, or a benefactor might be stepping in. 999. I can't make this up. Now they're worried. This is Gemini, worried beads. Worry, fear, anxiety, irritated, calming, soothing, bored, passing time, upset, unease, needs care, fretful, ritual, repetitive motion, de-escalate, and nervous tick. And 4, Scorpio. So 94. Cat, apathetic. They have no emotions, okay? Disinterested, aloof, my way or the highway, bored, unflappable, cool cat. Unaffected, not my problem, what I want, when I want it, cool and calm and disengaged. 44. The angels are working on it too. You're going to be celebrating soon. You're going to have your cake and you're going to get to eat it too. You know, I was thinking about that the other day for myself. My whole life. You know, I never had my cake. I never got to eat it too. I was thinking about that saying the other day. There's always something missing. There was always something, a reason why I couldn't just relax and just say, you know, I got it. I've got everything I need type of thing, you know. There's always something missing. Always somebody coming in and taking something away from me or causing havoc in my life. And that all stopped the minute I decided to take back my life. I'm sovereign. I say yes or no in my life, and nobody else can persuade me any longer. I am not going to be a people pleaser any longer, because that just caused more trouble. I was afraid to hurt people's feelings. Now I'm not so afraid. They weren't afraid to hurt me. So we have to be fair to ourselves. How are we ending this for the collective, please? What's the final message here, please? Fatality. 19. Ending, misfortune, termination, and grief. They wanted this for you, but I'm really picking up somebody else is gone. Horizon. Hope, goals, overseas, dreams, and illusions. Something overseas. They could have went to go see some witch doctors overseas. I don't know. Something to do with a marriage, relationship, union, marriage, and connection. A marriage that you're not aware of, and or you were in a relationship or marriage with somebody that got life insurance out on you. And now you see them in a court of law. Okay, justice, conflict, decision, and legal proceedings. So we ended with justice with the last deck. We're ending it with justice here. There's a meeting here. Romance, friendship, good luck, and harmony. And that's the Emperor number. So I'm really picking up, if you're not the Emperor, I mean, you can be male or female, doesn't matter. But an Emperor energy is coming towards you. And I think they're going to travel to see you, because these people are not giving them, it could be a judge for all I know, or some sort of authority figure. Whomever these people are, your family or these people working with this money, are not giving them the correct answers, and they fucking know they're being stonewalled, and they want to talk to you. They've been duped before. They're suspecting that maybe somebody impersonated you in front of this person, and they knew right away. So they're getting in their car, they're getting into a plane, into a train, into a bus. I don't know. But they're on their way to see you. They need to see you face to face. They need to talk to you, and they can't trust the phone or messaging any longer, because these people are hacking. Where are we going with this, please? Yeah, the wisdom. You're full of wisdom here. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. Pay attention to the sounds that you hear around you, especially like if you hear humming in your ear, high-pitched squeals and or ringing. That's usually spirit trying to get a hold of you. If it's high-pitched, that's spirit trying to tell you, pay attention to what you're thinking of right now, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. There's something here that you should be paying attention to. If it's low-pitched, it's not good. So just disregard it. And don't be afraid to ask for help. It's all green. This is healing. This is also green for money, too. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Don't be afraid. That's the first thing they tell you. Don't be afraid. They're here to help and love. Ask for the Archangel Michael. Ask for the angels of the highest white light to come and help you and guide you. And be prepared to have an answer from them. Oh, it's another green one. Look at that. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Maybe I should try that. I don't know. Nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continuously. We need only open our hearts and minds. And that is so true. Manifestations are coming in. I do know that animals talk to us, like the birds. Oh, yes. Birds are great communicators, by the way, if you're not aware of that. Very, very good communicators. They have ingenious ways of getting their point across. So all it takes is a bit of practice watching them for a while. And they're nice to watch anyways. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.